Rob, what do you think of what Danny Amendola had to say?
Well, I talked to Danny Amendola yesterday, and look, Danny lives by the seat of his pants. He lives a certain way, and look, Bill, the way Bill coaches is the Patriot way, and for 20 years they had Tom Brady to embody that philosophy perfectly, and the way that Bill coaches his team to be putting the team first, not selfish, doing what's best for the team, putting the team's goals in front of your own personal goals. That was Tom Brady, and he was able to do that for 20 years. And I get, players sometimes they start to lose the concepts of, look, well, we're the ones out here making the catches and the tackles and all the things that win you the football game. But the way Bill coaches the team is the Patriot way. Tom was a great Patriot for 20 years, and he was what everyone came into that building to see. This is how you do it. This is Tom Brady. I'm looking up to that guy. Oh, he's a Super Bowl champ. He's the MVP. That's the way I do it. That's the way I go to work. That's what I do in meetings. That's the notes that I take. And that's how Tom was able to be such a leader in that locker room. And Bill and Tom together, they created that.
Fair enough. So you said you spoke to Amendola yesterday. A lot of people perceived those comments as though he was taking a shot at Belichick. Did he mean it that way?
No, look, I don't think he was trying to take a shot at Bill, the coach. I think that there could be some issues there. When you're negotiating your own contracts with Bill and he looks at you and he says, well, you're kind of old and you're slow. I mean, sometimes that hurts you and it hits you a certain way. So I'm sure Danny was feeling a type of way. He was feeling a type of way in that interview. So he decided to shots fired, right? So at the end of the day, Danny Amendola has done so much for the Patriots organization in the playoffs. We all know what Bill has done for the Patriots, and that collective work together has made that run so magical, and I got 2 rings for it. So guess what? Thanks, Danny, for catching that ball in the Super Bowl to give us a 2-point conversion twice. And Bill, thanks for all the time and effort, because the guy sleeps in the building 3 nights a week.
But Ryan Clark seems to have an issue. RC, go.
This is about relationships, right? You see Bill Belichick, you see Tom Brady. Which one of those dudes do you want to hang out with? Which one of those dudes do you think is more fun to be around the building with? Which one of those dudes do you think Danny Amendola has actually talked to since he left New England? It's Tom. Tom's the homie, right? Like when you have a coach like Bill Belichick, a dude that can walk by you in the hall and not speak, a dude that I've been told by some dudes who are lower on the ring in New England that when I walk by him, I just put my head down. I didn't say nothing. I got to the meeting. You don't want to walk around a building that way. It only works because they win. But Tom Brady, he's personable. Tom Brady shows love. The other thing is this. My son left here 2 years ago. Right, but I train young athletes, and I loved having him around because he was my guinea pig. Because for as well as I could communicate, as well as I could get things across, when I wanted things done, I'd say, hey, Jordan, come here, show them how to do this. That's what Tom Brady was. Tom Brady is as much the Patriot way as Mel Gibson was the Patriot. You understand? Because when you come to New England, right, and Bill Belichick is telling you to do all of these things, right? He's telling you have to live this way. You have to live this militant football way. And then you look over and freaking Tom Brady is living that way. The GOAT, the dude who at that point, I don't know if he'd been to 5 Super Bowls, 6 Super Bowls, whatever it was, you're watching him live that way. How do you do something different? So yes, Bill Belichick may have put the Patriot way on paper, but Tom Brady lived the Patriot way. And watching somebody live something and listening to somebody tell me do something is 2 different things. I know how to watch this dude and do what he does. I don't know what the hell you talking about, Bill. Tom Brady was the Patriot way, guys.
That's a great point. So Seth Wickersham had a piece come out about Tom Brady, and one of the things he pointed out in there is that Bill Belichick was watching film of Mark Sanchez with a receiver open 60 yards downfield across his body, and Bill Belichick thought that he should be able to make that pass. Bill Belichick understands football, but he doesn't play football, and he's not in that locker room. And as much as he wants to think about the Patriot way or think about a culture, the culture is only worth as much as the players are willing to buy in. And it's impossible not to buy into a culture when you walk in and see a quarterback who's as successful and accomplished as Tom Brady doing all the little things, allowing Bill to coach him. So, yeah, maybe the Patriot way is something that was thought up in the mind of Bill Belichick, even though he doesn't really own it. But this success is not without Tom Brady. I think if you have to break it down that way, I think what Danny Amendola was saying is right. He's Tom Brady is kind of the Patriot way. Without him, you don't have any of this.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.